Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. We have an unchanged situation here. We rallied off the trend reversal area here, which sort of had the low in at 1985. So the pattern here, this stretched out wave 2 correction, it bottomed here probably on the 8th of April and then rallied impulsively. We have enough waves to conclude that this move up could be over or is really nearly over. I think a signal that we can get and take on to identify that this move up is over would be a break of the trend line. You can see this sort of ascending wedge shape, this channel shape that I've highlighted there around the fifth wave. This is a so-called ending diagonal. I would argue it is. It could be something different, but I would rather say this looks like a fifth wave in the making. Maybe already finished, but then I have no strong evidence it is finished. A break below the trend line would certainly indicate that we have topped. Now, nothing is 100% for sure and certain. I think yesterday we had the trend line drawn a little bit different. You can see this can easily stretch out a little bit, but the message here is we are sort of getting close to the end. This is a 5-wave move up in my opinion, and I think a pullback is now due. We have reached here resistance at around $24. We've reached the upside targets. Remember that we talked about this third wave rally target. Let's just measure that again. Target for the third wave was here the 23.58 level. Yeah, that was the third wave target. We reached that. Then we had the fourth wave pullback. And then we talked about target for the fifth wave. So how to calculate that? We take the length of waves 1 through 3. We go to the low of the fourth wave, and you can see this is exactly the area, right? Between basically $24 and $25. Ideal target for a fifth wave to end. Now, this can still stretch out to 25, okay, roughly. There's another way of measuring it, which is taking the length of the wave 1, only wave 1, and looking for the so-called 1-to-1 ratio. That seems even more accurate here because this is at 24.65. Now we reached 24.56. I think pretty close. But this is sort of the area, yeah, in which we currently are, where that fifth wave should top. Now, obviously calling the exact top is always incredibly difficult, but what we can see is that, hey, we had a period where we did really rally strongly, probably the third wave. The wave count would support that. Then we had here the fourth wave, which again, could this stretch out further, right? Could this still be some kind of a fourth wave with an overshooting B wave? Possibly, but I'm not sure, because we've already rallied quite a bit off the low. You can never rule that out with the fourth wave. The reason why I bring that up, that the fourth wave might still be ongoing, is because you can get oftentimes in fourth waves the so-called flat patterns, and you can get in these flat patterns overshooting B waves. Just to show you how that would work out. Fourth wave would still be ongoing, and we could have something like, so we don't want to call the top too quickly. This could be a B wave top and now come down and C once more. Yeah, maybe in a running flat. Okay, that's possible. And the reason why I bring that up is not only because it often happens in the fourth wave. I bring it up because the wave 2 was so stretched out, time-wise, it was so long. So I don't want to rule that out. And let's just measure, because the B wave shouldn't really go above the 1.38 retracement of the A wave. So yeah, we are currently adhering to that resistance. Can you see that? We're not really getting above it. So unless we really get and sustain above 24.50, I think this could also be an overshooting B wave. But yeah, we are now in significant resistance. So I think a pullback is due here at some point, but I'm not sure about if the wave 4 is coming. Is it already the wave 5 which is happening here as a wave 1? Because this would complete a larger wave 1 and we come down then. It's a bit unclear, okay? But the message here is, and I just have to adjust target slightly, that at some point here the wave 2 pullback will happen. So reasonable approach in my opinion, and that's just no financial advice, and it's just a very general statement. The way to play this normally is obviously to enter in the trend reversal area. So anybody who used this, either here or here, we had a trend reverse. So I just moved the box to the right now to cover the latest area, and we had one here. So anybody who entered in these areas, depending on what position it is, it might be reasonable to take some profits, but that's entirely up to you. But this is sort of the way to play this, depending on your time frame, whatever. Take some profits off these movements here. That's reasonable. But probably not exit everything, because it can still rally higher, okay? And then looking for the next entry when the pullback occurs. Now, I can't tell you the pullback will occur today or tomorrow, but when it occurs and gets into that orange box again, or maybe comes close, then you might add to the trade again. Now, again, that's a very general statement. Normally, that's just a way how to play this in general based on Elliott wave trading. And that's a way to trade it with low risk, high reward, and just to be able to cover, to limit your losses really to a minimum. But yeah, so far, we're just waiting sort of for a signal. I think that this is topped now, and a pullback in this wave too. Now, the trend is at the moment still up. It's getting choppy, so that's a warning signal that things could come down now in a wave 2. It would not be bearish, it would just be the necessary pullback that you would expect in the larger third wave, which is going to be somewhere up there. So, at the moment, no change here to the overall scenario. But obviously, as I explained yesterday, this larger third wave is not going to happen in a straight line. There will be ups and downs, it will be messy and so on. So that's the situation I observe at the moment. In this wave 2, after the leading diagonal, we should ideally hold $20.90. Below that level, it will get unreliable, and we might have to shift back to a higher degree scenario. It would even be bullish. It would still be bullish, but it would just see this current move, this current advance, rather as a correction. But that's not my primary. So first of all, in any pullback, I would want to see, can we actually hold $20.90? And if we do that, the next wave up in the third wave should follow. Alright, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.